Hello again, everybody. Right, we're going to look at our first maths worksheet for today. And what I'd like you to do is I want you to look for 6 different coins inside your homes. All right. I'd like you to look for a 5 cents, a 10 cents, a 20 cents, a 1 rand, a 2 rand, and a 5 rand. And what I'd like you guys to do is inside your blocks, I'd like you to put your coins, each different coin, so like the 5 cents, put under your paper, and I'd like you to colour over your 5 cents so that you can see the numbers and the pictures that pop up. You can have a little bit of fun with this, and you can pick as many different colours as you want. So maybe your 5 cents can be with red, maybe your 10 cents can be with yellow, maybe your 20 cents can be with purple. If you don't have any colours, that's not a problem. You can maybe use your pencils if that works better for you. Try not rub so hard that it just becomes a black mess. Rather just rub so that you can start to see your numbers pop up as well as the pictures on all the different coins. Because remember, every single coin looks different to another one. All right. Then, guys, we're going to move on to our triangles. This is a little bit of fun. When we get to our triangles, they've helped you with the first one, so if you get a little bit lost, it's okay. You have to use your 3 sides of your triangle, add them together or plus them together to try and make the number all together that's inside the triangle. So for example, our first triangle, they've helped us along just to see what to do. We've got a 10 in the middle. Now, our 2 numbers that they've given us on the sides of the triangle are a 2 and a 2. 2 plus 2 gives us 4. But is that enough to give us 10 yet? Have we got 10 yet? No. So you need to say to yourself, I've got 4. Well, how many do I still need to give me 10? And if you like, you can hold up your 10 fingers and say to yourself, right, I've got 2 on the one side, I've got 2 on the other side. Oh, look how many I've got. Look how many I still need. I still need 6 to make up 10. So my missing number is 6. Our missing number is 6. Our next one, we have to do 11. Whoa, that gets a little bit tricky now. So we've got an 8 and we've got a 1. What's 8 plus 1? Now, you'll probably find that gives us 9, wouldn't you all agree? So if I've got 9, how many more must I plus to make 11? Think about that. And our last one, that's a nice easy peasy number, we have to make 8. We have to make 8. Now, they've given us a 5 and they've given us a 1. How many do I need still to make 8? Write them down in the missing circles, all right. Now, guys, remember when we double things, when we get to our tables here, it says that we are going to double. Now, remember, guys, when we double, it means when you add the same number 2 times. So, double 2 is 4, because it's the same as saying 2 plus 2. Double 1 is 2, because it's the same as saying 1 plus 1 is 2. Double 3 is 6, because it's the same as saying 3 plus 3. Remember, when you double, you're taking your number and you're plussing it by itself again. All right, so see if you can do some of those doublings for me. It's double 5, double 7, double 9, double 11. All right. Then we get to the next thing. It's a little bit trickier than doubling. It's called halving. And remember what we've talked about it and how we've talked about it in our classroom? If we halve something, pretend it's you and your friend. There always have to be 2 of you. And you want to share that number of sweets or that number of toys equally between you and your friend. You don't want to have more than your friend or your friend have more than you. So try and make sure that, remember, when we halve, that each of you get the same number. All right. Remember, so we're going to look at some of those numbers. So what's half of 12? What's half of 4? What's half of 8? And what's half of 24? Guys, when you get to the slightly trickier numbers like 24 or 12, what you can do too is you can halve your tens and then halve your units. Okay, so like with 12, we have 12. If we break it up into 10 and into 2. So if you get a little bit confused, say to yourself, right, I know I've got a 10 there. If I've got 10, now I have to share between two of us. I get 5 and my friend gets 5. I get 5, my friend gets 5. So I'm going to remember that. I've got 5 so far. But I mustn't forget about my 2. Because remember, 12 is made of 10 and 2. I've got 2 left still. But I'm not going to keep 2 for myself. Or my friend's not going to keep 2 for herself or himself. We need to share that too. So I'm going to get 1 and my friend's going to get 1. Now remember, when you halved your tens, you had 5. And now remember, when you had to share your 2, you got a 1. So what is half of 12? We say it is 6. I hope that helps you with the slightly trickier numbers, everybody. And the last thing, everybody, is when we draw our number patterns, say to yourself, look at your numbers. We've got 2 different ones. Remember, they're 2 different ones. Are my numbers getting bigger? Or are they? And which means we're going to go forwards. We're counting forwards. Or are my numbers getting smaller? Which means we are going backwards. Look at your patterns and see how many numbers you need to add each time or go backwards each time. All right, so our first one is 99. Then we go 98. Then we've got a space. 96. A space, a space, a space. 92 and 90. Are my numbers getting bigger or smaller? Think about it. It's quite an easy pattern actually. And the last one, 80, 79, 77, 73, 71. Am I going forwards or backwards? Ask yourself that. All right. Okay. Right. Guys, then when we get to the next worksheet, you've got 3 little purses. 3 little purses with some rands in them and with some senses. Now, guys, when we have our rands and our senses, we keep our rands together and we keep our senses separate. Okay, so let's look at our first little purse, shall we? And remember, guys, when we write down our rands, we have to write down a capital R. We have to write down a capital R. Let me just fiddle with the settings here a little bit. Okay, we've got a capital R. And we then ask ourselves, right, how many rands have we got in there? Okay, let's count them. 1, 2, and then we've got another 2 rands. So that's 4 rands. So guys, we're going to write down a 4. So remember, you're going to write down your capital R first, your 4. Then I want you to do a little full stop, because now you're going to add up your senses. All right, we've got a 20 cents and a 10 cents. Remember, when we talk about senses, we've got a little clever cat that always tells us that it's senses. Okay, 20 cents plus 10 cents gives us 30 cents. All right, so then we would write, after our full stop, we would write a 3 and a 0, just like that. All right, I do apologize about the poor quality of these videos. We're doing the best we can. Right, and then I'd like you to look at your next two purses and remember to go and put your R first, your capital R, count up all your rands, write it down after your R, write the number down after your R, put a full stop, and then count all of your senses and write them down. Okay. Now guys, we've got some fun again. Remember how we did our triangles? We're going to do those again. And I know that you know how to do those because we chatted about them earlier. We've got some different numbers in there, and you can see how many we need to make up each triangle. Alright, remember all three sides must add up to the number in the middle. Okay. Right, and then guys, we've got a little bit of a table that's asking us to do some more. It says 2 more. So what you're going to do is you are going to look at your first number, which is a 12. Now, at the top of the table, it says 2 more. Now, remember, when we say more, it means we plus. And they're telling us how much to plus because they're saying 2 more. So we are plussing 2. So you would say 12 plus 2 and write it down in the first little box. Okay. Then, still looking at your 12, we're going to move this side of the page. All right. It says 3 less. Now remember, less means we take away. We're getting smaller. Okay. So, and it's telling us how many we're taking away. So we're going to say, because it says 3 less, we take away 3. So 12, take away 3, write down your answer. Plus 5, we're going to say 12 plus 5, write the answer. And then 12, it says 10 more. So remember, more means, you thought about it, plus, and it tells us how many we're plussing. We're plussing 10. Okay, so 12 plus 10, write down your answer. And you're going to move down the table. So then you're going to look at your 25 plus 2. Look at your 25, then take away 3. And we're going to keep going down your table until you've done them all. Okay. And lastly, everybody, we're going to break up our numbers into tens and units. When we have, for example, 22, what can we hear? We can hear a 20, that's our 10, and we can hear a 2, which is our unit. So if we have to break it up, we break it up into 20 plus 2. Okay, so you're going to look at all of those. Look at your tens, break them up into your tens and your units. Okay. I hope that makes sense to everybody, and good luck. Enjoy it.